This is the rapid cycling of carbon. Much carbon is released as carbon dioxide. CO2 can come from organic matter being broken down by decomposers, forest fires, gases released by humans and animals, cars, etc. Plants, animals, and decomposers help in the carbon cycle and are very important. The way the carbon cycle goes is the carbon goes to the producer, which is a plant, to the consumer. The consumer then gets consumed by a bigger consumer, and they get decomposed, and then the cycle starts again.
Slow cycling of carbon. This is the long-term storage of carbon in nutrient reservoirs. Photosynthetic organisms use the sunlight energy to chemically convert carbon into carbohydrates, and then through cellular respiration, carbohydrates are broken down to make ATP. When producers and consumers die, some decompose, and carbon dioxide is released back into the atmosphere, while some matter will be incorporated into rocks or fossil fuel.
This is the carbon cycle for today.
Yeah!
Okay, so carbon is removed from the atmosphere by plants. So these plants are primary consumers. And also certain bacteria use CO2 to synthesize organic compounds they need.
Carbon moves from plants into animals. As you can see here, these animals are eating the plants.
And then,
Alright.
also carbon moves from the atmosphere into bodies of water through diffusion. Down there, it is turned into carbonates or bicarbonates, which marine organisms use to turn into calcium carbonate, and they use that to create oysters and shells.
Carbon moves from living things to land. As you can see, this little cute bunny right there is dead, and it's gonna go into a little fossil, big fossil compared to the bunny, but that's how we drew it.
So from the ground, carbon is released back into the atmosphere by the use of burning wood and industrial processes also, but also decomposers decompose dead matter such as this beautiful bunny right here back into the atmosphere, returning the carbon cycle all the way back up to the top as it goes back into the producers. That's the carbon cycle.
Yeah!
When too much carbon dioxide is released into the air, a thick layer of greenhouse gases prevents heat from escaping, melting glaciers around the world and raising water levels. This comes from rapid industrialization, deforestation, and the use of fossil fuels.
This is a carbon cycle!
Yeah! We go into blast!
Yeah!
We're carbon, and once we are absorbed by plants, we are absorbed and ingested by animals. The secondary consumer eats the primary consumer. The consumers now die and decompose.
When consumers die, they decompose and carbon dioxide goes back into the air.